Yo, 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 welcome to Vocals and Vibrations. I'm your host, Travis Pratt, and we are live. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. We got a good show lined up for you guys today. And as I always say, this is my favorite part of the show, the shout-outs. This is where you get in the comment section. Tell me where you're from, tell me where you're tuning in from, and tell me your name. Okay? And also tell me if you're here from YouTube or if you're here from Facebook or from IG. All right, this views is going up. All right. Good to see you guys on today. They got my nephew in the house. He might as well come in and co-host with me one day. He's always here. Ladies and gentlemen, Jemai Barnes. Put them dirty hands together. Who else is in the house on tonight? Look now, y'all, don't make me beg y'all. We do this every week, okay? Y'all know I want you to say, Michael B. Allen, yes, sir, from Spartanburg, South Carolina, from Facebook. Thank you, sir. He understood the assignment. He understood the assignment. Okay, who else is in the house on tonight? Okay, YouTube Hive. All right, I'm here for it. Okay. Okay, guys, look. I'm preaching better than you're responding. Come on and get it. Come on and tell me where you're from on today. Listen, that YouTube crew is already up to 25. So look, get in here and tell me where you're tuning in from. Okay. We got Motu Wa. Wait a minute. Mungu. Listen, so that is way too damn much. I don't know where you're tuning in from, Ian. What's Astoria, Oregon? I think that's what he meant. Facebook. Okay, got you. My sister's in the house on tonight. And I see the Facebook icon on her. Y'all see what he told you? Y'all see what Ian told me? He said, what? Shut up. Okay. You're right. You sure right. He says, you know who I am. You're right. I do know who you are. But you didn't follow the directions, sir. So we got Street Prodigy 33. Sir, like, oh no, I see. He says David. Okay, from Tiffany and also YouTube. Thank you for being here, sir. All right, y'all, come on in here now. I'm in a good mood today. Come on, YouTube. No, YouTube is popping. Facebook numbers, y'all got to come on. Take this opportunity to like, and comment and share. Share with people who you feel can benefit from what we do here. Those of you all who know how we roll. Go ahead and get these numbers up, especially on YouTube. And YouTube, we ain't got but 15 people now. Y'all know we got to do better than that. It's Mother's Day, but y'all already ate and y'all full. So come on in the room. Come on in the room. Absolutely. Yes. We got Natalia Hernandez in the house. From Facebook, from my hometown. Good to see you, ma'am. Yes. Okay, guys, listen. Share that link. Share the broadcast with anybody who you feel like can benefit from what it is we do. Listen, y'all, Facebook is slow. YouTube is popping. YouTube is already almost at 100. Facebook, what y'all doing? Y'all barely got 20. Y'all quit playing. Natalie Carter, Tipton, Georgia. Yes. Of course you were going to be here. Who else is in the house on tonight? Share the broadcast with anybody who you think can benefit from what we do. Y'all know how we do this. Most of y'all are repeaters. Y'all come all the time. And I'm telling you, we got a good show on tonight. Bring the people in so we can do this. And when the music stops, it's over. Okay? Somebody said, you know who I am. Look, y'all. Why y'all make me beg y'all to do this every week? We do this all the time. Get in the comment sections and tell me where you tuning in from and who you are, please. Let me get a couple more comments. And my music is almost over. Maybe y'all driving or something. Okay. We're going to go with that. All right, y'all. We just got another one coming in. Oh, what's up, Mr. Killen? Good to see you. All right. We got Mr. We got Bruce Copeland coming in from Virginia. I saw somebody else come in. So Ganesh, you're just not gonna say where you from. You ain't gonna do it. You say you ain't worried about all of that. he said the Facebook crew is with their mamas. Listen, it's 7:00, so you can't still be there. Okay. He said, let's go with the driving narrative. Y'all are crazy. Okay. Listen. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, look, we got a good crowd. I think we're good to start. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining in tonight. Welcome to Vocals and Vibrations. I'm your host, Travis Price. My head crooked. Okay, she fixed it. Hinesville, Georgia. Here you go. I'm going to follow the church directions. Y'all crazy. Listen, stay tuned. Again, I'm going to go ahead and say, please like, comment, and share. Share the broadcast with anybody right now who you feel like can benefit from what it is that we do. Go ahead and share it in the comment sections or whatever. Like, you can just tag the person's name in who you want to see it, and hopefully they'll join in and see what we're talking about. Okay, guys, greetings again and welcome to Vocals and Vibrations. I'm your host, Travis Pratt. Got a fantastic show lined up for you guys on tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. As always, and why y'all always they start pouring in like when it's time to end. But I ain't mad though, because I'm glad you're here. From Syracuse, New York, thank you so much for being here, Mr. Wigfall. Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, okay, it's live now. It's okay. I got 30 in YouTube and 76 on Facebook and then on YouTube. Okay, so check it out, guys. As always, I always start my show with somebody from my my young artist program. You guys, most of my kids are like they in college and they booked and busy. The last 2 seniors just got into college. I have them on next week. Lariah was on, and she didn't share with you guys the school, and we just got another acceptance letter that we are extremely excited about. I'm gonna let her come on and tell you about it. Maybe she can come on next week, and just so I can promote their show that we're getting ready to do. Most of you guys know all of them. They've been on many times. I'm gonna go ahead and share their intro. 1 second. Okay, I got a couple more comments before we go ahead and get started. I'm going to make sure I acknowledge everybody that's in the house on today. He said, hey, it's been forever. I don't know if you're talking to me, because you're talking to Ian. We got Mr. Berman coming in, a good friend of mine. We met on YouTube. He's a singer as well. We got Hader Renee in the house on tonight. Oh, good to see you. Okay, what's up, classmate? Good to see you. Fantastic. That makes me happy. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on tonight. Let me give you a rundown of tonight's show. As quick as Mother's Day, I want you guys to go ahead and enjoy your families and do what it is you got to do. It'll be fast. I have a young artist that's going to come on tonight, who is we share the same roots. I'm going to let her come on and talk about what her trajectory in terms of getting a degree in music and stuff like that. And then I have another great friend of mine with a lot of personality and everything else you guys are going to see. And we're going to close out the show with her. And I'll let you guys go ahead and eat this food or whatever it is you guys are doing. Okay, so our first artist, we're going to go ahead and bring in Mr. Danielle Michelle. Miss Danielle Michelle, please join me on tonight.
Hello, everyone. And hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Listen, let me tell you something. I was scrolling through Facebook, and we had a lot of mutual friends, and I saw this video of you singing a Schubert art song. It was Du bist die Ruhe.
Yes.
And I'm like, we got like 500 friends in common. She got to be from Tipton. Like, what's going on? And I'm thinking, what do you mean? So I followed through and whatever, and I look at it, and I looked at who actually shared the video, and it was your mom, who we grew up singing together, and all of them. I'm sure she told you all of that. So it is fantastic to have you here tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm actually very blessed to be on.
Listen, that's what we like to hear. So let me just tell the audiences that I saw a clip of her senior recital, and she's completing her undergraduate matriculation in music. and she's from the same town I'm from the great city of Tifton, Georgia. So I was so excited to see that. So what I want you to tell the people on tonight is how you made that transition from small town USA to decide you were going to go and study classical music. Talk to us about that.
Well, growing up, I always stuck to a basic thing, like, be a teacher or a nurse or something. So I stuck to, like, let's just be a teacher. But
Okay.
then I got into show choir more. Like, I started being a show choir. I began getting more comfortable in chorus because I had other people around that were like, yes, let's do it, let's do it. So show choir and chorus basically started me on my journey. So when it came time and I was a senior and I wanted to figure out what I wanted to major in and stuff, I just said, hey, you're great in music, so major in music, but voice performance. Because
Wow.
we have to say that. People think when you major in music, they think of piano or
That's right.
something
The
else.
trumpet.
Yeah, so you have to say music voice performance because that's what, well, that's the career I want to have. But like I was saying, in Tifton, we are both from Tifton, but Tifton doesn't really have opportunities in music.
In that
Um,
type of music, right?
well, the type of music in college,
That
yes.
we do. Right.
Mhm. And they really don't even prepare you for that in college. To be honest,
Right.
you
Right.
you're it's like you're ambushed when you get in college because you don't know the type of techniques that you should have, or you only know the basic musical techniques
But you
instead
don't
of,
know what you need to expect when you got there. So I would say
yes.
that show choir, because there's that competition aspect of that, right? So
Mhm.
you did the whole competitive that. So that was kind of exposure to other people, but getting ready to go into matriculation in a degree, it was new. So talk to us about, first of all, tell the people where you went to school and when you got there, what you like, what you were faced with when you showed up.
I went to Wesleyan College, which is a private all girls school in Macon, Georgia. Um, it's called the oldest and the best.
Okay,
Yes, that's what it's called.
I'm
So
here
I
for it.
I was really we had a college fair and they were there, so I took a chance on it and I loved it when I got there. But when I took a when I got there and took a tour of the college. Also in my tour, I auditioned for the music scholarship as well and I got it. So yes. And it this also helped me into getting into the music camp at Wesleyan as well, which
Was that
started.
before you started undergrad?
Yes, it was the summer before I came in to college.
Okay.
They had a music program where they do in the summer that you can come, you take theater lessons, music lessons. Basically, it's like getting you ready for what you're going to experience in college.
Oh, I love that. I didn't know they had that. I don't know if that type of thing exists like during my day. Like I guess I'm old. Like compared
I
to that,
never knew
they
about
didn't
it
have
either,
that.
though. I never knew about it either until I went and took a tour. And my teacher, who has been my teacher since I was a freshman, she was the one that said, hey, I hear your voice. Come. She really saw the potential in me and she really got me to where I am today.
I love it. So like before you sing, because like you got to sing for the people.
Mhm.
I guess what I would like to know is, what do you want to do? So you've got this degree in music. You went in and had to figure out some things where you came from a non-traditional background for people who study classical music, because a lot of times, even me, I teach people now who are nine, and well, not nine, but like I think my youngest students are 10.
Mhm.
So obviously they have a head start on other people. I definitely wasn't taking private lessons when I was 9. So
Me
I would say to you, like going into that, like, at a disadvantage, is figuring it out and finishing and getting a degree. What are your goals? What do you want to do now? And then you'll sing.
Well, to be honest, my teacher, she really inspired me when I did an internship with her. And like I said, she was my teacher since I was freshman year. She actually went to grad school in music. She went to Yale the School of Music
Yes,
for
yes,
her
yes, yes. I
graduate.
auditioned at Yale. I got to tell you about that offline.
Okay. But she really inspired me to want to at first become a music teacher because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, wow, I done got this degree and then
Now what?
yes.
I get it.
Because she wasn't really explaining to me, well, this is how you can start your professional singing career. So I'm thinking in my mind, start as a music teacher first, build yourself up. That's basically what I was thinking. But then I
Okay.
went to thinking about it after I had my senior recital. I was like, wow, I really enjoyed doing this. I need to know how to further this on.
I
So I
love
was going to
it.
start asking her questions like,
Hmm.
how, after graduation, what do I need to do? How can I get into performing and just having my career just like this? But want I also want to come back to Tifton and open up a music center for young kids, like you said, 9 years old or even younger than that, who are taking interest in music. Like if they want to go to college for music, voice performance, or even with the instrument or anything, they could come to this center that I would have, take voice lessons, take music, piano lessons, or
Whatever.
any instruments or anything they would like to take. Even if they're, I plan to have men singers as well to teach
Instructors. Uh-huh.
young guys voice lessons as well. But I just want to prepare students in Tifton or even around other, even
Surrounding areas.
surrounding counties, like if they want to come, to get them ready for what they'll see in college, because we
I
don't
love
have that.
that. I love it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and have you sing now. And I love that idea. Maybe that's something you and I can work on together in terms of bringing that back to our own hometown. But
Yes.
what are you gonna sing for us today?
I'm gonna sing Que Firo Costume today.
Oh my Deronte, that is one of my listen. That was one of my first songs too. Okay, so listen. So go for it. Start whenever you're ready.
Okay. It's gonna be a cappella because I don't have
Okay,
any music.
no worries. Do your thing.
Okay. Che vero costume dell'igero nume che forza di pime si facciatore, che forza di pime si facciatore, e pur nella torre il Dio traditore un vago sembiante mi vedo latrare. Un vago sembiante mi vedo lasciar, che vero costume dall'igero nume che forza di pene si facciatore, che forza di pene si
That's right. Take the high note at the end. I know that's right. So listen, beautiful. Congratulations to you and your teacher for a great job, great work. Good for you. So now listen, Danielle, a couple things I want you to do before we go. I need all of those notes to be slower. Yes, it's fast and yeah, ba 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 da da ba da da ba 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 ba. I need it to be slow. Yeah, slow. I'm singing it.
facciatore. Yes.
Very, 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 very slow. Do it very, very slow from the beginning. Let's start there. Your turn.
Che vero costume dall'igero nume che forza de pene si facciatore,
Bum, 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 bum.
che forza de pene si
Oh,
facciatore.
listen, beautiful. You quick study. You got it slower already. Listen, congratulations on those R's. Let me tell you what I loved. Que fierro costume. I love that. Congratulations on that. I want it like okay. I want you to go all tempo. So don't slow it down to get the notes the length and value. Go the because it's fast. But what am I trying to say? I want you to give the notes their value, but in tempo. So even though it's fast, make sure all of those notes are still slow. You're not ba da ba 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 ba. You see what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Make sure you're giving the notes their full value.
Okay.
Do it for me one more time.
Che vero costume dell'igero non me che forza te pinne si facciadoro, si facciadoro.
Bum, 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 bum.
Che forza te pinne si facciadoro.
Oh, that's beautiful. Listen, let's take this up. Do it there.
Che vero costume dell'igero non me che forza di pinne si facciadoro, si facciadoro. Forza di pinne si facciadoro.
Beautiful. First of all, I don't. We don't have the music, so we don't know exactly what key this is in. But that's a better key. Listen, when you're coming the descend, make sure you keep it in a line, Danielle. So almost no words, because when you sing the high note, your voice loves to sing high. You clear your soprano. As soon as you do that, your voice is like, oh, this is what we want to be. But check it out. That same intensity that you give the high notes, you've got to give it on that descend. So when you go catch, costume d'allegro non me che forza, all of that has to stay in line the exact same way. So it's some kind of what you're doing a little bit. The top note is exactly what it needs to be. You're going catch, and as soon as it's up, that high note blossoms. When you're coming down through it, keep it in a line. Do that and I'll let you go if it's right. I promise. Maybe.
Che vero costume dell'igero non me che forza di pinne si facciadoro, si facciadoro.
Bum, 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 bum.
Che forza di pinne si facciadoro.
Oh, that's exactly what it needs to be. You are a quickster. Listen. Congratulations to you and your teachers at Wesleyan. Like they did a great job with you.
Thank you. I also want to add, my teacher always bumped up my music. I would start in a low voice, but she would always say, let's try this in a higher key. Let's try this in a higher key. All of my music are in higher keys.
No, but Danielle, like you got to take note of that, like because now you've graduated, so you're not necessarily with that same teacher anymore. So you've got to take note of the things that she's taught you because your voice blossoms above the staff. For you, once you get past that F on the treble clef, it comes alive. So that's where you need to live. Pick music that lives there so that it flatters what you're able to do. As soon as you go there, it's like, oh, yes. But for you, the challenge is going to be to get that same intensity, that same ring and beautifulness that you have those high notes. It's got to be on that low stuff too. You've got to be able to bring that all the way down as well.
Okay.
Listen, we got to have a conversation this week. Let's connect after the broadcast and let's talk about what we talked about offline. Okay. Congratulations to you. You sound fantastic. I'm so excited to hear that you're studying classical. That makes me so happy. And I just, for the life of me, have you heard of? Do you know who I am? But before now.
Yes, I only knew about that, my mom sung in the church, you sung in the church, and y'all kind of sung together. But that's all and then I saw you when you were on America's Got Talent.
Okay.
And they were like, you were from Tilton. So I was like, oh my goodness, he's singing opera.
Oh, but so you didn't know that I was kind of pedigreed and all of that. You just saw.
Yes.
Okay. We connected now. Listen, I want to help you with the next stage because that's the thing. When you go to school, and it doesn't even matter the school, they don't talk to you about what's next.
No.
They prepare you to audition well and do this other stuff. But it's like the next part is, okay, you got this degree, you've got this, this skill that you've acquired through the matriculation of this degree. But what's next? That thing they don't necessarily talk about in school. And to me, that's something I had to figure out on my own, and nothing brings me more pleasure than to pay that forward. So let's talk about that. Congratulations again. Thank you so much for coming on. Let's stay in touch. And you got to come back and sing for the people again, okay? Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Danielle. You have a great evening. Happy Mother's Day to everybody in your family.
Thank you.
All right. You have a good evening.
You too.
All right. Guys, that makes me so happy. Oh my God. Like literally, like she's legit a homegirl. Like we're from the same city. That's crazy, right? So check it out. My next guest is gonna come on. Great friend of mine. We were studio mates at Michigan. Fabulous singer. And I'm gonna let her just come on and talk about it, all of that stuff. Like, you know, what's funny is like I know you guys like to hear me talk, but like you kind of don't at the same time. You be wanting people to sing, so I'm not mad at you. I totally get it. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring Ashley on today. Ashley!
Hi! Hey.
How you doing? Good to see you.
How are you?
Listen, me and Ashley, guys, we got this thing that we put together. Oh, that's right. Larry Giddens said, "What's up, lady?" He's talking. That's for you, Danielle. Me and Ashley got this thing, this running joke that we've. How old is our joke? Is it 10 years old? It's at least that.
Well over that.
It's over that. What is it, Ashley? What is it?
10. I'll give you 10. I'll give maybe about that.
10.
Maybe.
But what is it? Tell the people what it is.
Work on that. Work on that. Work on that. Work on that.
We were in studio class and she was working on some aria or something. I don't even remember what song it was. And like our teacher at the time was like, you know what, Ashley, you need to do blah, 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 blah. And she goes, okay, work on that. Mm-hmm. It tickled me, and I said it literally for about 15 years.
Legit, yeah.
The funniest thing in life. Okay. So Ashley, talk to the people about your music trajectory and like your education and some of the things that you're doing now.
Yeah.
And you know, I know the whole story. Anything you leave out, I got you. Go for it.
Okay. Boom. So we're going to go back to, you know, I heard you and the young lady discussing this. I actually have been classically trained since I was about 11 years old. So from the time that my mother heard me first sing, she was like, oh, I want to expose my daughter to all things. And so I have been classically trained since I was 11 years old. So from there, you know, moving through high school, you know, I had some amazingly great teachers that definitely helped to cultivate my gift. And then I went on to college and I majored in vocal performance and I sang classical music there. Now, what I did also do in college at the same time, kind of some extracurricular things, I participated in a lot of musical theater activities. And so my passion and my love for musical theater actually grew a lot from high school and more so through college. One of my first roles in college was Effie White in a production of Dreamgirls that we did.
Tell the people where you went to college.
When did I go to college? I was at University of Michigan.
Go
Blue all day. Yes. Leaders and the best. Yes, we are. And so I went there in 2003. Took a big passion more so in musical theater. Like I said, I played Effie White in a production of Dreamgirls at the University of Michigan. And post-graduation, literally, I have been doing musical theater from that point up until now. So I still sing classically from time to time, but the brunt of my roles and things that I've done is absolutely musical theater.
So, audiences, I just want to share with you guys a little bit about like some of the things. Like, obviously, Ashley and our friends, and I follow her. Like, and she's clearly a leading lady, which I think is fantastic. And I wanted Danielle to meet her. I think this worked out perfectly in terms of like that young singer coming on the show who's getting ready to start her career, to hear somebody like Ashley who has done what she's getting ready to do. Mm-hmm. Ashley has done Aida in the title role. Okay. Mm-hmm. She's done Sister Act in the lead role as Dolores Bencartier. Mm-hmm. She's done Effie in Dreamgirls. Literally, the list goes on and 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 on, right? Yes. So talk to us about like how you, well, I guess you said it, you transitioned from studying classical into going into musical theater. So and what I've learned, because like I do musical theater as well, like to me, you know, actually it's where the money is.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Talk to them about that.
Absolutely. Well, and more so, not just that too. Definitely the money is in musical theater, but I'm gonna be honest with you. During the pandemic, I actually started a production company with my best friend called Theater Life and learned a lot about behind the scenes production stuff too. So there's money in that too. But
That's pretty
there
cool.
is money in musical theater. I mean, but you know what? There's so much more than just on stage, is what I learned in the musical theater realm. Because I think a lot of times when people think of musical theater, you just kind of think of those on stage roles, which are great roles and they pay well. But honey, there's stage management roles. There's, people don't understand. Like, those are hard working individuals and there are money in that. So if you've ever been interested in wanting to give in direction for stage directions and things like that, or calling cues on a headset and all of that stuff, I'm telling you, get into stage management. There is a wealth of things that you can learn in that field. I'm telling you. And
Oh
not
my
just
God.
on stage lessons, but life lessons, which we'll get to that in a minute too. But absolutely.
Ashley, let me jump in with that. Like, and you may not have known this. Like, I have a huge after school company based in New York, where I'm in all of the boroughs, and that's
Mhm.
one of the things that, like, me and my wife, when we started it, like, that we brought to the table, because
Yep.
it's like one of the first things we did. We took kids to production. Like, I was at that time, I was teaching the guy who was playing Simba in The Lion King. And it's
Yes.
like, so I use that to come on, and we introduce those kids to the stage managers, to the makeup artist, to the
Yes.
combat director, all of that
Yes.
stuff. And these
Combat
are high
director.
paying jobs that you have no clue about when you're from Podunk, USA.
Yes. Yes. So
You
in
don't even know
AIDA,
they exist.
we had a combat director because there were some physical tricks and things that I had to do on stage with some of the guys that were playing soldiers. And I'm like, Lord, forgive me. I've never been in a fight a day in my life. I never had to be. Like, how am I going? And so we had combat directors that actually showed us how to on stage fight. So there's a difference between so it's intricate. It is.
Right. Okay, guys. Like, take a brief a minute here. You're enjoying the broadcast. Please like, comment, and share. Take a minute and share this broadcast with anybody who you feel like can benefit from what we do here, especially those of you guys who are veteran followers. So go ahead and help us get these numbers up. Our YouTube numbers are through the sky. I need my Facebook numbers to be a little bit higher. So you guys share this, please. Okay, so Ashley, what encouragement would you give to a young person getting ready to pursue a career like this?
Oh my goodness. What encouragement. Don't give up. Because I will tell you, when I really made that decision to say I wanted to enthrall myself in doing musical theater, there were some productions that I did do that were unpaid. I'm gonna be very honest, and it was solely for the purpose of exposure, connections, and networking. And so I think the biggest thing is learn where your creative community is located. Okay, and so there's different things. Like for me, it's called Durant Casting here, and so on that webpage, there's just like so much information about auditions, and that's not just stage, just not theater or musical theater. It's also commercials, film auditions, all those things. So I would
Voiceovers.
say be aware of where your resources are located. Know your resources, whether that's online or people. Get connected to other creatives that are locally surrounding you, so that you know where to go, what theaters are popping, if you will, and where your interest lies. Like, so definitely you got to make your connections, you got to network, and you got to find your resources. Those are the biggest things.
Oh, I love that. So she talked about networking. One of my mentors, who I've mentioned on the show before, George Shirley. One of the things he always told me was that life is built on relationships. There's very few people have gotten to where they are based on their own merit. You meet
Correct.
somebody who likes you, and
Correct.
they show you favors. Like, oh, I like Ashley for whatever reason, and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't even have to audition if the right person likes
Hello. Yep. Yep.
you. Ain't that
Yep.
right? Is that the
Hello.
truth? Or not?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Listen,
You'll
a
just
good
get a
friend of
call
mine,
like, hey.
he would say, stop me when I'm lying.
Yes. Yes. You're telling the truth. No stop for me.
So,
But
Ashley, what are you going
also,
to say for us today? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I will also say, and this is key, maintain your professionalism, because of getting a role is only half the battle. But what your attitude is when you walk into that room during rehearsal times, or when it's time for you to go and stay on stage, says everything about your character. And trust me, that character that you have can make or break whether or not you get a role.
Oh my gosh. And you got to tell them exactly what that means. Like, so go into it more. So
Sure.
basically, give them more. Is what she's saying, guys, it's not about you get cast as this person or whatever. What
Yep.
is the work that continues in addition to learning the music? What else do you have to do? Tell them so they know.
There's late night rehearsals, and so for somebody like me, in addition to, doing musical theater, I have a full-time job. And so, there's times where I have to be in rehearsal till 11:30, maybe 12 o'clock in the morning, and come home and go to sleep and go to work, from 7 to whatever, to 7 to 5. And then I'm rehearsal from 6 to 10 or 6 to 11. And I say that to say, lack of sleep sometimes can cause stress, but you never want to let that be seen when you're in rehearsal. So that's what I mean when I say you got to check your attitude and your pride at the door, or feeling like, well, I'm better than this or I'm better than that. And you might feel that way, and it may very well be true, but it should never be something that's exuded, because your character can determine. Because let me tell you something about getting connected with the creative community. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody. And
That's
if you
right.
act one way in this rehearsal, trust me, this director going to talk to that director. And when you go to that theater to try to audition, they're going to say, that's the girl that had the bad attitude. We don't want to work with her. And you might be talented as all get out, but that attitude is everything.
So it's not even gonna matter.
It's not even going to matter how talented you are.
That's right. Oh my gosh, actually, that is so good. It's like, I didn't think about that. It's like,
Yeah.
For me, I have a personality sometimes that people like for the most part. It's either way. People either really like me or I get on their nerves. But it's like you just said, I'm either for you or I'm not. But what I've learned is how to check it. You don't walk in and carry the aggravation and make the people who are working with you have to deal with what went on in your day. That's not their problem. It's yours.
Correct. You got a job to do.
You got a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, guys, before Ashley sings, again, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm at everything at Travis Pratt Official, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, anything else that you might think of, website, the whole nine. Ashley, what you going to sing for us today?
So I'm going to sing an Italian aria, which I think is the aria that I was singing when we said work on that. So that is what I'm going to be singing today. Nel cor più non mi sento.
Yes, I love that one. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Nel cor più non mi sento, brilla la gioventù, cagion del mio tormento. Amor, sei colpa tu.
Bum, bum, bum.
Mi pizzichi, mi stuzzichi, mi pungichi, mi mastichi. Che cosa è questo, ahimè? Pietà, 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 amore un certo chi che disperar mi fa.
That's one of my favorites. Actually, that was
mine
really too fast. That voice is way too beautiful for you to be rushing through that. I need you to do that again. And I need a half the tempo. We want to hear the voice. You muted yourself by mistake, I think. You muted.
No,
okay.
I sorry, there you go. Ready?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. Nel cor più non mi sento, brilla la gioventù, cagion del mio tormento. Amor, sei colpa tu. Mi pizzichi, mi stuzzichi, mi pungichi, mi mastichi. Che cosa è questo, ahimè? Pietà, 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 amore un certo chi che disperar mi fa.
Now listen, that's just like that. Listen, I know you've been away from that for a while. That the entire language, everything comes through. We get the character of the song and all of that. I love the way you did that.
Yes.
Ashley, for my non-opera audiences, give them something else before we close out the show.
Okay, well, here we go. Because this is where I'm at. And one thing I want to add, one more thing to all my creatives and all that you do, because this was a decision that I made for myself this year. This year was a self-care year for Ashley. So in all that you do, be your character, but don't hide behind your character. So always remember to have that balance and take care of self first. Okay. So I just want to give that tidbit of advice to my creatives. So what I want to sing is something that's getting me through right now. And it's You Did It All by Richard Smallwood. So here we go.
Oh, amen. Come on.
Amen. Here we go. Lord, you love me before I even loved myself. Your loving arms reached out for me. You said, don't worry, 'cause I'll be there when there's no one else. I'm everything that you need. You care for me. You set me free. You gave your life on Calvary. You did it all for me. That's it, y'all.
Gorgeous singing, Ashley. Listen, thank you so much for coming. And as I will always say to you, what? Work on that.
Work on that all day. Thanks for having me.
Listen, you got to come back, Ashley. The people enjoyed you. The comments are coming up so fast. I literally can't keep up with it.
Absolutely.
Literally, and and it looks like they're showing on YouTube and on Facebook, so they see it. It's like you guys, y'all know I'm slow. I can't. I'm focused on what she's doing. I'm distracted, so I can't post comments. I can only do one thing at a time. Ashley, thank you so much for coming today. You sound amazing. You look amazing. Good for you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Good. Thanks for having me. Have a good one. Bye.
All right. See you later. All right, Ashley. Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye.
So, guys, listen, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. You guys go ahead and enjoy the rest of your evening. I told you I would keep it as short as I possibly could on tonight. Again, thank you so much for coming on tonight. It's been a fantastic broadcast. And as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I can be found on all social medias. That's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's YouTube and Twitter at Travis Pratt Official. I will see you guys on next week. Have a good evening, and I will see you guys later. Good night.